What's up, guys? Time to show off another build. This is a full cerakote build, but all of which is yellow is actually a lumed cerakote. And I think it came out pretty awesome. It's a little difficult to work with when you're doing dual cerakote, keeping cerakote off other spots, but we're able to get this as close to perfect as possible. So got a nice, I don't know if you want to call it teal, but it's very teal-esque and yellow. So as I mentioned, full cerakote, we did yellow on the sides of the case to keep it solid all the way around, obviously other than the double lock clasp. Milled caseback is done the same way. And then the actual Kraken itself. Then the rest of it is done in a dual. So you've got your teal on the face of the case, background of the dial, back of the case and caseback ring, the full clasp, and the upper portion of the watch. So straight on, you don't see that you've got it there until you kick it to the side. So did the inlay and the bezel also in that, but with that you can see when you mix them and they're on top of each other, it kind of gives more of a green look. And then we went back and lasered over it. So you've got your Kraken logo here, Kraken down here on the caseback, obviously, and on the crown. Did a set of white hands on there because nothing else really made sense. White kind of looked cool. Silver would have worked probably too. Did a yellow seconds hand because I happen to have one, and that was cool to actually have one. So some of these watches that I bought actually came with the yellow seconds hand, and I was like, oh my gosh, actually something I will be able to reuse. So yeah, I think it came out pretty awesome. For a reference on the glow, what I'll do is I'll hit a little bit with this UV, and then drop it down to at least where it's a little bit dark. So you can see on this side it's not glowing, but on this side where I hit it with the UV, it is glowing. So that's not glowing, but it would if I hit it with some UV. So that is how that looks. So in the daytime, you couldn't really tell that. You just go, man, that's a loud watch. In the daytime, it's just a nice, I don't want to, yeah, it is teal. It has to be teal. It's like, it's not baby blue. It's not a blue. It is definitely like a more of a seafoam than a baby blue. So look, bezel on it will turn left, it'll turn right. It is a tension ring bezel. It's on there decently tight because of the multiple layers of cerakote, but it will go back and forth. Automatic mechanical. You've got a rotor in the back that moves as you move, so that will keep your watch working. But before you put it on, you want to wind it just a little bit, because if you just set the time and put it on, you're going to lose time over time, because unless you're super active, it's going to stop running. So back the crown off the threads, so you hear it and feel it clicking. It's going to come off the crown tubes. You'll feel a little bit of play. You know you're off that tube. Then you can wind, and a wind is a turn that direction. Turning it towards you does not wind it, but it is a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and go back and forth. If you do that for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, that mixed with your rotor movement will keep your time throughout the day. If you do it for another 4 or 5 seconds, about like how long I've done it, you're going to max out your 31-hour plus power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. So when you're happy with your winding, you're going to pull it to the one and only click, and you can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep ticking. You'll also notice that play is a little bit larger. It's because you have a wobble crown, and that deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, into the keyless works. So when you are not as agile, it is just rolling instead of putting pressure. Okay, Google, what time is it? 35. Push this over, get it out of that time setting, then wind it down. As with every build, you're going to get beads. Now the cool thing is these ones are lumed beads, so they will match up nicely. So for reference, and then I thought, you know what? I don't have any box that's yellow, any box that's teal. What am I going to do? And I thought, you know what? Since we did white hands, and I happen to have a white Kraken 3D printed treasure box left. I think I've got one more of white. You'll just get it in one of these white boxes. So they have magnets here. So when it's here, it's engaged in a magnet, a magnet, and a magnet. So as it's opening, so it's got magnets in it as well. So this is being held on by 4 magnets. This right here is being held on by 2. And it's really easy to knock it up. Well, normally it is. Oh, it's actually holding pretty good. Normally it does not hold very well with just 2. But as it moves up, it gets stronger and stronger to hold on. So, and then I've got an Atlas watch pillow in there. This build's going to come with watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts. So everything that you see. It's also going to come with watch a microfiber to use with that watch cleaner. And then lastly, you're going to have some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's for the acrylic domed glass because you can scratch it. If you do, you'll put a tiny bit of this on it and buff it out using your color matching microfiber. So if the scratch is up and down, just go left and right, hazing the scratch, filling it, buff it out. Don't scratch the cerakoted. It's like scratching your car. So if you rub this on brick or something very abrasive, you will definitely put a scratch in it. So there's no polishes or tools that you can have that will fix that. So be very careful when you are around things to not actually gouge out the cerakote. So that's the build. If it's going to you, I hope you love it. It came out pretty awesome. The colors are loud. Everything looks cool. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe because I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.